6. Hard to believe. We're already past a quarter way to the 100 mark. Incredible. And the title of tonight's message is Reunited. Does it feel so good?
Oh, I love that.
So good. Hey John, because of you today, I was binging Surfaces on my way home.
Oh, look, you cannot get enough of those guys. They it's happy. It's just happy music, you know?
Like in Arlington, Virginia, or getting to Arlington, Virginia, crazy butt-to-butt traffic. And so I just started listening to Surfaces and definitely helped me mellow out, bro.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, if you wanna mellow out, I'll give you one other one guy I found about a month and a half ago. I don't know how I had missed him before. Yeah, he goes by 3 letters, FKJ. FKJ. He's a musician out of France, and he does the craziest beats. If you want to start and get like one of his best ones, FKJ Tadow, Tadow. But he does all kinds of cool mixes. He has this one video, it's like an hour long, where he's out in the middle of the ocean on this crazy setup stand, and he's one of these guys that does all the different instruments and all the things, and then like mixes them together and play. It's so funky. Thank you, Manda. We appreciate that.
Oh right, I need to be on that stream.
Set Monkey, good to see you, Chris. Thanks for being with us tonight, sir. As always, Chris, one of our great viewers. Go ahead, sorry, Terry.
Oh no, you're fine. Those 3 sets are all Cozy Gamer Day sets, but yeah.
I got the sets, not
I got 5 new sets of dice for Christmas. I'm 9.
lab dice. Nebula, copper, matrix, fringe.
You're a little bit quiet there, Evelyn. Or Vivi, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm also like I have my mic close further away from my face because I was eating. I train already? Holy crap!
Yep.
Oh, wow, let's go. Thank you. Good to see you, Dingbat. City Guard of Hebron. That's one of our newer followers. Good to have you, Celtic4, one of our longtime followers. Has now been a sub for 6 months. And we very, very much appreciate that. All of our longtime followers. You guys are much appreciated, and we're glad to have all the new ones as well. And Celtic Boar, I'm trying to think, has he won any of the giveaways yet? I'm looking through my giveaway list. I don't think he has.
These ones here are copper, dragon scale. They weigh, they're so heavy. I love it.
And that's Cozy Gamer as well, Terry?
Yeah, that's Cozy Gamer. Just look at the dragon scale ones. And they shine. Look at like the D10. Let me show you the shine on the D10.
Now you know you're taunting our audience because they can't see any of this.
Yeah, I know. That's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah. So yeah, I love the ducky ones. Those are fun.
Oh, hey, that's good. Thank you, Amanda. So I sound tinny. That is not normally something I hear. So let me move this mic down a bit.
One of the side effects.
I sound dead sexy.
Do I still sound tinny? Thank you, Vivi. Am I still tinny? You don't want a tinny DM. You want a DM with bass and baritone. It's grabbing the wrong
Sounds like
mic.
it's grabbing the wrong mic.
Okay, let's check here. That looks good.
So Josh, I guess it's a race to the longest beard now? I'm in short win.
No, but Brim and Millie are not Brim and Millie.
No, they look good.
Wait,
I'm testing audio right now, so I'm not really paying attention to how that turned. Like, I think.
You know, I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I see that. I think there's
Oh,
something.
they lost audio too. This is a good start. I love this.
Oh,
And
really?
we got a hype train.
And we have a hype train.
Have they lost audio? Oh my gosh, I'm hearing an echo now.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, are we gonna hit it? We level 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise the roof.
Raise the roof.
The roof.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Well, Iculus may be hearing us. He's saying doing well. Glad to hear you're here.
So
I'm hearing
it's
you now.
coming through now, but it is echoey.
You are hearing echo.
Almost like it's not coming through your body mic, but coming through one of your cameras.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But all my okay, so I've got a hunch.
I definitely heard the click close to you.
All right, I want to try something. I think I know what the problem is, and I don't know why.
Mics are picking up.
Okay, so how about now? Does this sound better now? Are you still hearing a secondary mic, or does this sound clear?
No, we can't hear John.
Now you can't hear me at all?
No,
we can't hear you at all.
Oh.
Picking up your audio then.
Yeah.
This could be
Testing.
a very different way of doing it, though. We'll have to read his lips, guys. Okay.
Okay.
No, he's just going to do interpretive dance.
You guys are the most wonderful players.
Can somebody drop a
And a dinosaur.
I knew the dinosaur was gonna come.
Each of you get a magical unicorn as your mouse.
can somebody drop a big middle finger to 2020 in the chat?
Okay, well, we can hear you again now.
Yeah, I know, but probably tinny and whatever.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm done hugging the hug. I'll come back to that later.
I mean,
I just.
Cam off if you.
Knitted.
Can they hear us?
They should.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
Innoculus is asking if you have a merch store yet.
No, it's supposed to happen in the new year.
Coming soon.
Mark Muse just said.
Testing,
"I'm
testing,
here, y'all."
testing,
All
testing.
places.
Better.
Nice, Josh.
That's nice.
So,
Preparing for the TPK number characters that we can.
Is that your new headset, Josh?
oh no, this is the one I've always had. It's just I'm going to be donating just the box to our merch store with my signature on it.
Wolfman Josh.
Okay.
Oh, sounds way better according to Iculus.
Oh, yes.
Actually, I'm trying to be Jack Black. You just give me a little time.
You can hear me still. All right.
Go out playing D&D, Jack Black.
Oh my
So-
God.
He would be a bard, of course.
He'd be a bard.
Obviously.
Are you gonna say something, Rory? You started to.
I did.
If the joke was
The
there, but
moment
it's not there anymore.
No, it wasn't a joke, but it was like, you know, I'm used to it.
Oh.
Josh gets pity dates, I get overlooked.
It is.
But what I was gonna say is, so my drink, right?
Your invisible beverage
What if I was to paint my headset?
with the key green color.
You should do it.
You know what we should do? Maybe paint our faces green one night.
Except for our eyes, like eyes are off.
Which would be great because I don't use a green screen, so everybody will see me. Because with green things.
Yeah, she doesn't use a green screen. She just uses the.
I use that. Sometimes it's kind of weird. Sometimes when I.
Yeah.
See it?
That's how goblins.
Oh, we are.
Testing 1, 2, 3. So you're hearing me, audience, but you're hearing me through one of the cameras. So yeah, Rory is drinking a potion of invisibility. That's right. And yes, everybody's hearing me. I think I'm coming through, but I'm coming through a cam, and I'm not sure which one. So I'm going to start unplugging cams one by one. First, this one. That was not the problem.
He's
Can't
gone.
hear you. Can't
He's
hear
gone.
you.
He's gone. Oh. Oh.
You're not hearing me at all?
Now he's back. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh my gosh, he's there.
Yeah.
No, what that means is it's coming through this cam, which it should not be. This is my new 4K cam, which should not be picking up audio right now. And so let me figure out why it's doing that. It's this close cam.
We get like a chin shot to make 4K
Are you kidding me?
You might be able to pick up a couple of chin hairs.
I'd find a hype train
By
just for that shit.
Hair in my shitty chin.
I was leading to that.
Alright, so while we're in camera, I'll show everybody, guys, I got some cozy gamer guys, but I want to show you these ones because these are metal.
Testing, 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 testing.
They're dragon scale.
That's so cool.
And then this one here, which anybody who likes anime will enjoy. This is rubber ducky. He's the one.
Hey, Terry, question, Terry.
Yes.
Have you the ones because I also have some with a frog in it.
Yeah.
Have you rolled your rubber ducky dice yet to see?
Your balance.
They are balanced.
Nice.
Yeah.
Testing,
I
1,
was
2,
actually
3.
more worried about the metal ones. I will tell you. I
Testing,
cannot
1,
use
2,
metal ones
3.
in
No,
my
I wouldn't
rolling
roll them.
because they're too.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. That's muted. That should not be pulling audio. Hang on here, going through all of these. That's not pulling audio.
So I can roll it on that.
Let's see this one.
It's a game.
That's not pulling audio.
Looking into those, but I've got one of the full length ones because I'm a gamer, so I need all the space.
And then here, John is hotter than hot sauce. Okay, so yeah.
I'm busy with the stream stuff. You wouldn't see it. I thought it would go by unnoticed.
So in Streamlabs, there's a little chat box right there where you're like messing with stuff, so you can see chat as you do.
Oh, they're also saying the players are very faint.
Yeah, they're hearing me, but I don't know where they're hearing me because my mic is still turned off. So it's one of these cams, but I've muted all the inputs on the cams, so I don't know.
Okay, they can't hear us, so we're gonna have to talk really loud.
Oh. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
John will get this working soon. I want to congratulate him by doing a dinosaur dab. For anybody who's never done a T-Rex dinosaur dab, it's like this.
So John did that? Why did John do that?
No, that's my congratulation for him.
Then you said John did it. I was like, I just saw John do a dinosaur dab. Let me tell you.
We gotta get him to do it. Hey, Terry.
Hey, Josh.
When did you first start playing D&D?
About 2 years ago?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Why do I ask?
I've got like kind of this like
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
edition style like
Testing.
D&D miniatures when they were first making miniatures. That
Are you gonna be painting them?
oh heck no, I'm selling all of these. My camera. Screw it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Do it.
Is it still silent?
Yeah.
Is it still silent, guys?
Oh.
Testing with the audience. Sound is back. Okay, sound is back now. But I'm assuming I still sound way louder than the players.
Where did you get it all?
I saw the
car.
So
Did you rob a bank?
yes.
Hey, Frog Dizzle, good to see you as well. Steve, I didn't see you earlier. Good to have you with us.
Give me all your minis and no one gets hurt.
Yo, over my dead body. No,
I'm actually a wizard.
my uncle, he used to be huge into D&D and wargaming and stuff like that. But he has gotten more and more addicted to video games, and he hasn't touched these things in years. Meaning, has never been open stuff from. Let's see, can I find a date on this? It's from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Is it pre-John or post-John?
Oh gosh.
So,
Everything is post John.
I'm hiding myself.
Everything is post John.
Something real quick to show you guys. Oh, I can't. Can I hide myself? Good.
Are you using a bear?
Are you know what I have? Okay,
All right, so I'm gonna interrupt real quick there. I'm gonna give it up to the viewers here.
So when I'm not using my webcam, I just take it.
Nice.
Milady.
I call her my lady.
When you put it on there, can we see it?
I don't know. No, I do it this way.
Oh.
But yeah, like it
Boring.
blacks it out. You can't see it. But
Hey,
I'm
you
gone.
still got your forest.
Okay.
No, I'm an invisibility. I trust
Yeah.
invisibility as well.
So these were some things that I just recently got from a guy.
Yeah.
A guy.
Oh,
Okay.
that guy.
Ooh, yeah.
So I got that.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That.
That's so cool.
I got that.
Nice.
The Hidden Shrine of to.for.
Wow. That's in good shape too.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
That is
Yeah.
nice. Wait, can I see the spine on that one?
No, you cannot
There
see
is
the
no spine.
spine.
Okay.
The spineless.
I was
Spineless.
from the angle. I wasn't trying to be like, ah, ha, 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 it does have a spine. No, it was like I thought from the angle that it had a perfect spine from how you showed it. I was like, how did you?
Well, I
find
will
that?
say it is. These are in really decent condition. They've been used. You can see there's actually the guy who owned them wrote
Oh, that's so
on the inside. So the copyright on these are actually, this is copyrighted 1 month and 16 days before I was born.
Yeah.
That's super old.
Don't be a jerk.
Yeah,
Terry, don't be a jerk.
I'm just kidding.
yeah. Thanks.
All right, hey.
Your mic is muted.
All right, so real quickly, I want to
Your
interrupt.
mic
been
is
muted the
muted.
whole
We
time.
can't hear you.
I'm muted.
It's muted in Zoom. I
It's
can
muted
see
in Zoom.
muted mic icon.
Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, sorry. So, pardon me. So, real quickly, I want to make sure this is going to be sufficient for the viewers. So, if everyone can tell me, can you hear me? It sounds like the players are still quiet. I'll have to do some work this week and figure out what happened. I think COVID got into my PC. Because we had, if you don't know this, we had a huge COVID outbreak here. I got it. My wife got it. My son got it. He actually tested positive today. And then also, we had a massive bombing that happened in Nashville, about 30 minutes from me, on Christmas Day, which knocked out internet and cell phone service for 2.5 days. Rendered my new Xbox Series X a paperweight for 2.5 days. And it's been a fun end to 2020. Now, with that said, I'm willing to go ahead and plow through tonight if the audience feels like can you hear the music in the background even? You pause.
Yeah, I can hear the background music.
Can the audience?
Background music, yeah. We'll wait.
Everybody else? Also, our cams are so switched on.
I know. I'm enjoying it.
Fix it.
I'm enjoying it,
No,
actually.
this is how we're playing tonight.
I don't know.
Rib smash.
So they're saying, John, you could just play every part. Oh,
Oh, that'd be really interesting.
So
But
you're-
everybody would hate.
So they're not hearing the music.
No
Yeah,
music.
they're not hearing
That's insane. All right, I'm gonna play a dragon roar, and I want you guys to tell me if you hear this.
Alright.
Both you and then the audience.
Okay.
I can hear the music, but very quietly.
I hear the dragon.
Very quietly.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
It wasn't very loud.
It wasn't very loud.
Great dinosaur.
It was
Mid-can dragon.
All right, you heard it. Okay. All right, this probably won't be a long stream tonight, but we're gonna give it a go. We got people jonesing for some blue box, and all my viewers and players are here. Thank you everybody for being with us. It sounds like he's stuck in the sewer.
Hi there, Georgie.
So my mic sounds like it's right up against my mouth, which I don't even know which mic is picking up right now. So I'm gonna drop this down lower. All right.
Just put it in your mouth.
So we won't.
Wait, did you guys have that commercial in the States? Or is it just a Canadian thing where it's like, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth till you have someone you love. It's talking about don't put random things there. It's like a kid saying it's really creepy. If there's any other Canadians that know the commercial or the Great Canadian House Hippo, that's a very good one.
Oh, the Canadian House Hippo. I just saw that the other day. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was like a thing that everybody. So it was a commercial about a hippo that was like about this big. And it roams your house in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and eats your snacks and sleeps in your shoes and stuff like that. It's the cutest commercial ever. I'll send it in our group.
That's just
Okay.
My wife is here.
I appreciate you guys stalling for me, but we need to try to play some D&D here, and we'll see if it works. We will recognize our sponsors, but will Josh be playing Millie? Yes, Josh will be playing Millie tonight. I think the two of you should go ahead, kill your cam. One or the other kill your cam. It should flip you back and forth.
With fire.
And let's say thank you to our oldest sponsor, Dragon Crafting Guild. Hey, Sperry. Oh, thank you, Iculus. We appreciate that. He is a great guy. And those trays do roll more nat 20s. They really, really do. We've seen it happen here. It's crazy. But and then Cozy Gamer, of course, our newest sponsor. You're going to have custom blue box dice appearing here early in 2021.
The great dice. I now have 4 sets.
Wow, okay. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. They're great sponsors. We appreciate it. And of course, you have also Frederica Draws, Actress Minis, who's being featured tonight with his amazing looking dragon. That is the Actress Minis painted dragon. We'll show that here in a bit. And then Mantic Games, makers of Terrain Crate. And they are our newest sponsor. And they sent me a whole box of stuff right before Christmas. We've already given away one item. We got a lot more to give away. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's try to play some D&D tonight. I don't know how long we'll go. I don't like giving a deprecated experience to our audience, but we'll do the best we can. And
now we're definitely.
I've always wanted to.
that's awesome. All right, why don't you guys play with the Zoom and see if you can figure it out? Because I don't want to move all these things around because I'll have to move them on every view.
Hello, Lilith.
Hello there.
All right. Okay, we're getting.
Okay, wait. Josh, turn your camera off.
I don't want to.
It doesn't work unless you do it. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Iculus.
Now.
Now I'm in the right place.
Now Josh, turn yours on.
Now Josh, and then now me. And then now Terry.
Look at you, Lilith.
Oh no.
Yes,
Did I do it?
you did it.
You did it.
Bravo.
Everyone needs a Canadian in their group.
Okay, all right. Let's get to some D&D. All right, let's start out with what happened last time, but let's keep it really quick because we're already super late.
Alright, I'll try to keep it really quick, but a lot of stuff happened. Okay, so it was a very RP heavy session last time. We started off in the camp with Yash, and we were having a bit of a conversation with him. Lilith kind of put him into a state of confusion with a lot of her responses to him, and then Brim actually tried to be nice to him compared to some of the other people in the group, and then Gimble played a trick by casting his mage hand and causing Yash to react poorly to that. So the rest of the night transpired. Millie and Sherwin had a bit of a conversation during their watch, and then on Sherwin's way to take his rest that evening, he asked Lilith to look out for Winston for the evening. When she realized the armor was still on Winston, she asked Sherwin to please get it off so that she could take care of Winston properly, and then we went to break. And then we came back from break, and it was the next day. Ashwin accused Lilith of not having taken care of Winston, which was not cool because Lilith had taken care of Winston. And then Ashwin and Sherwin had a bit of a conversation. Ashwin feeling that she was not liked very much by the rest of the party, as particularly Millie, though, granted, history. Anyway, and then there was a few apologies made to Yash the next morning, and as he was leaving the camp, he gave Lilith a interesting little gym type thing, tiger eye, that reflected the light of the sun, and Millie thanked him for his hospitality, and she had discovered via question and information about actually the name of the ship that her father sailed on that Yash might have actually seen Millie on the sea sometime before, which Millie found quite curious. And then he told Millie again about Storm Joel and the woman with him likely being Githa. Then the party continued on their path as Yash disappeared into the hills wherever he may go to avoid the headhunters of Narwhal. As the party continued on the path, they were ambushed by a group of orcs who were readily vanquished by the group, minus one who was allowed to survive to answer some questions, which led Millie to speaking in a lot of Orcish at the end of the lesson. And the orc basically told her that he would not tell her anything about Social because it would mean death for him and his family. And basically, as the name was mentioned over and over again, seemed to have gotten the orc in question's attention. And as we ended our last session last time, Stormcontrol, the woman, half-orcish woman, and the red dragon came into view and began to land on the road to the Crown Hills. So, yeah, that's where we ended last time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What? You forgot? You forgot the cliffhanger from 2 weeks ago?
Hey, John, I got the Oreos and this hat and everything else put to the side.
All right. And by the way, Josh, I sent you the wrong hoodie. I still owe you one of these vintage hoodies, my friend. That was a shipping mistake. You were supposed to get that for Christmas. I sent you the wrong one for Christmas, so you got that. Everybody else got your little Christmas gift from Blue Box, I assume?
I showed you.
I did not because I'm in Canada, so that's expected.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
When I was opening it up, I was like, I really hope this is the vintage one. And I opened it, it was. I was like, but I'm still so happy.
All right.
If I did have my hoodie, I'd be wearing it because it's friggin' minus 26 here, so it's cold.
Same. It's
Yeah.
like 30 degrees here.
Wow, okay. All right, so I've been told not to yell today. Apparently my audio is louder than everyone else's, so I've got to use my inside voice.
Inside voice.
Yes,
We can all yell on this side.
You guys can yell. I have to play it cool. All right, so let's go around quickly, introduce your character, level, class, race, and something about your PC, and let's start with Gimbal.
So my name is Gimbal, as you just heard. I'm a level 5. I am of the 5th level. I am 5 notches up of a wizard illusionist. Also, I'm quite willing to literally die for my friends.
And he has, in fact.
Many times.
No, he's only died once. All right, Bravo.
I got a rat that is Squeaks, who is amazing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he evolves. All right, let's go to Shorewin.
Indeed, I am Shorewin Tessel of Corwood, a level 5 cavalier of the utmost handsomeness, with my trusty steed, Winston, who has a magical suit of armor of amazingness. And I haven't died yet, thank goodness.
All right, and let's go to Lilith.
Hello, my name is Lilith. She is a level 5 druid of many quirks. Which quirk did she decide to pull out of her hat today? You never know. Her hair is full of secrets, pockets full of trash. But not trash to her, so yes. And she's also trying to move companions always, but you know.
She does.
Bravo, bravo. All right, let's go to Brim.
Hi, I'm Brim, half ochre fighter, level 5. I really like milk, and I really want to free this freaking dragon.
Okay. And give us Monster Monday.
Yes. Monster Monday.
Which one?
No, I'm excited that
Yes,
you
ma'am.
asked. You hear a sound ahead, a torch lit your visions red. This cave seems to shift with flame. You feel a gust of wind, a sudden light, and then again. It seems so bright. One more time, a chill that runs up your spine. You look behind and see no friend. Color green may be the end. A single eye erupts in the dark. A toothy smile like that of a shark. A sickening look. Magic is lost, like from the darkest book. Floating from planar nooks, you can barely move, covered in fear, till smaller bulbs in the dark appear. Smaller pupils fixed on you. Take a gulp and know you're screwed. Would you rather be dust, be crushed, or be chewed? You'll be its dinner guest, so don't be rude.
Wow. All right. Well, we know who should answer this question. Go ahead, Vivi.
What?
I said we know.
What is it, baby?
It's
Well done. Well done. All right. Last but not least, let's go to Mary Millie.
Hello, dears. I'm Mary Millie Von Hunt. I'm a level 5 half-elven. Oh, no, correction, level 6 half-elven swashbuckler. I like gold, shiny things, whiskey, my best friend Liz. And I am currently very displeased with Ashrin because she said that Yosh's treatment of me should have been taken as a compliment, and I do not like that very much.
All right. So with that said, we will begin, and I'm going to give everybody the heads up tonight. Since we're having some audio issues, we're going to resolve this encounter, and that will be all we will do tonight. All right? Because I'm not going to have a horrible service for the entire crew tonight. I want to work on this, but I just don't want to leave everybody hanging. So we're going to switch to the close cam, and you can see here you have Store Gajol atop this beautiful Atris Minis dragon. And in fact, I'll pull up, I've got a close-up of this guy available here. Let me pull that. And this is the actual Atris Mini painted. Store Gajol sits atop. Let me zoom in a bit more. You see how cool he is.
That's what you meant to send me for Christmas, right?
Oh, I knew I had shipping mixed up. That's right.
I would cry.
It's coming to me instead.
Oh, Phantom and Jay gave us each an advantage at the beginning.
Oh,
Yes.
He did. So everybody mark that down. And all right, so now back to our cams, and I'm going to kick off some background music here, which hopefully the audience can hear. I'm not sure if they will or not, but let's do this one. Okay. Hang on. As the dragon lands, you noticed, I mentioned last time, that Store Gajol now is accompanied by a half-orc woman, clad in leather armor. She wields a blade in one hand. Her hair is tied back in a knot at the base of her skull. Sherwin, you need make no perception check to recognize your lost sister.
So Sherwin takes his blade and sheaths it. Takes a couple steps forward. Just 2 tentative steps.
Okay.
And question, is the dragon flapping his wings, or is he stopped flapping?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Is the dragon still flapping wings, or is he?
No, so he's kind of stopped, and his huge head swivels back and forth. You see eyes dilate with red and green that kind of coruscates through the pupils. You feel heat emanating from his maw. You see the grass, the little bits of withered grass here in the dry lands of the Cron Hills singes just as he breathes out. You see Store Gajol sits atop. He's got a mocking look on his face. He puts his axe on the side of the dragon's neck. You see your sister, she's actually clinging to his back. He just smiles at you.
And I'm gonna yell, "Get up!"
All right, go ahead and roll d20 for me, please.
Got it. 16.
You see she winces when you call her name, and she just drops her head. Stor Gajol speaks then in broken common tongue, as you've heard him before. Why do you speak to my woman? Ha! Ah, you are the one she has told me of. Brother, yes. She pleases me. It is difficult to please Stor, but she does.
Where is Winston right now?
Winston, you see him, he's right here. He's right behind you. He's a couple feet away.
All right. So I'm going to whistle to Winston to come over. And I'm going to mount Winston.
I need to hear the whistle.
Oh, that was bad. I'll try again.
Okay.
Oh, I can't whistle.
Okay, good enough. All right, you tried. As Winston comes over, you see Stor. He taps the dragon, and the dragon's head pivots over, and you see its mouth open. You can see a flame gouting inside its throat, and as your foot gets close to the stirrup, the flame grows. That is not how we will play this game.
Game? You consider this a game?
Snuffing the lives of humans and elves is a game to Stor Gajol. I will make you a deal. He looks over his shoulder. You see Githa. She looks up at him. And make another d20 roll for me, please, Sherwin.
14.
You see something in the look, but you can't quite. You've not seen your sister in quite some time. You're not really able to read her expressions, but her eyes dart back down again, and she just clings to him. He slides down the neck of the dragon. As he slides down, he now stands right in front of the dragon, and I'm going to move this cam up to give you a better close-up. He slides down. He's wielding a massive axe. It's actually bigger than your entire body, this axe that he holds. You see he has a shield with what look like human hands that have been nailed to the front of it and stuck all over it. You killed my mage and my Red Lord fort. If you wish to speak to your sister again, then you fight me. Just the two of us. If you wish to bring your friends, I will bring mine. And he points at the dragon. And the dragon, when he says these words, lets out a roar.
Soren looks over his shoulder at his companions.
Lilith will be standing ready, but just at Shorwin's cue. She won't do anything until she knows that it's okay with Shorwin.
He turns to Winston, pats him on the neck, makes a nod with his head,
As
have him move back.
As you do this, the moment you walk over to Winston, you see his eyes are wide with fear. And when you pat his neck, he shakes his withers. You see he's deeply concerned for you.
It's okay, boy. We've been through instances like this many times. I'll be fine. Step back.
Yes, I know, everyone. One of our cams is picking up audio. I've gone through every single cam and tried to mute audio. It's going to take time offline. I don't want to fuss with it right now. I added a new cam to make things better, and as usual, every new thing requires some tweaking and adjustments, and so I apologize. But Winston pulls away. You still see his eyes are wide with fright. He keeps flicking his glance toward the dragon.
Shorin looks towards Lilith. Can you watch over Winston?
Of course. And she'll, obviously judging the situation, she'll move very slowly towards Winston.
You know, he pulls back, tries to rear up, but when you arrive, Lilith, you see he calms a bit, but you can sense an empathic link of panic coming into your mind.
And she'll just kind of bring her hand up and kind of scratch a bit or pat a bit just under by his jawline there.
All right, you.
Message, George.
All right, you pat his jawline. He calms outwardly, but you can still feel there's a trembling, there's a terror. Winston is confident of the death of Shorewind.
Shorin unsheathes his sword.
Welcome, Check for Traps. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us on a subpar audio night, but we will make it work. You pull your blade out. Stor Gajol swaggers over, and he kicks the body. There's this orc laying here that was killed. He kicks the body out of the way with one swift boot. Goes about 15 feet, slams against the wall, and he begins marking out a circle. Lilith, he looks at you and motions you back.
Confused, she will move back though with Winston.
All right. Winston kind of whinnies as he moves back. You're okay where you're at, Millie. You just kind of step back against the rock a little bit, but you're okay. Ashrin is standing here. He moves around. He creates a circle in the sand with his foot, and you see there's a deliberateness. There's a joy. There's a mocking. Every once in a while, he looks over at Shorewind and he flexes massive thews. You see his green skin barely covers incredible slabs of muscle. And as he comes around, let me show you what he looks like here. I think I showed this to you before, but for our viewers that may not have seen it, this massive, wicked-looking orc, as he wanders over, he stands outside the circle, and he just begins to smirk. He chuckles. When you are ready.
Shorewind reaches in underneath his armor and pulls out a locket. It's a locket that belonged to Githa that we found when we raided the camp.
Right.
And he looks at it, holds it up, and even if Githa doesn't look at it, he holds it up, looks over at Millie, tosses it to Millie, and says, "Hold on to this. Regardless of what happens, this orc must die. And if I'm not here when that happens, make sure my sister gets this."
Millie couches the locket, puts it in her pocket. Shorewind. Just as a reminder, dear. Don't die, shiny man.
Shorin kind of smirks a little bit. "I don't plan to today." He turns back towards the orc, readies his shield, takes his sword, taps it a couple of times. Shall we?
I like the fear in your mount. I like the lamentation in the voices of your women. I will enjoy cleaning up when you are gone. Thank you, the initiative order, and it is in fact time for... Anyone else do anything before I go to initiative?
Just the message that I sent you.
Okay, all right, sorry, Rory, let me pull that up on Discord here. Brim, did you have something?
Ben's gonna call the shoreman before he enters.
The shoreman. I like that addition.
Going.
Shoreman turns, looks at Brim.
Brim.
Say your goodbyes, Olga.
Brim, without even looking at him, I will not say on stream, but without even looking at the store, just says, "Shut the up."
Showen, you are not the only one with a stake in this fight. That may be your sister. We're here for you as well. Do not forget that. You are not riding into this alone. We are at your back if you need us.
As he is at mine.
I will not let you die.
And he flips the great sword and plunges into the ground.
Shoreman looks at Brim. Nods. I thank you, friend. Regardless of the outcome, as I said to Millie, make sure my sister is safe. Trust me, I do not plan on dying today.
No one ever does.
Especially to something as vile as that. Shoreman turns back towards the orc. Make sure you're ready, friend.
Initiative. Oh, DM has a 5 on the die.
Whose initiative turn is it?
Well, it's only you, because you're the only one in combat.
I have a 5 as well.
Ah, okay. All right. Roll again. This time, DM. Oh, golly. That's an auspicious beginning. DM has a 6 on the die this time.
Oh, yeah?
You got a 6 too?
Shoreman has a 1.
Eat it.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew it. All right. Storgajol leaps forward with remarkable speed for the girth and the massive slabs of muscle and armor that he carries. He brings this axe around. It is, again, the head of this axe is as broad as your chest. Oops, sorry, I probably hurt some ears. I got to be quieter. I got to remember that. My audio is off tonight. Sorry, viewers. Please do not send me bills for ear problems. I didn't mean to do that. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. All right. The first blow, you duck under. It swings around. You feel fairly confident that the size of this blade, you duck under. You are shocked by the speed with which he pivots and brings it back a second time. The second one hits and... Gosh! The 6 on the initiative and a crit on the first hit on, second attack. All right. So let me pull this out.
Terry, in the very beginning in your intro, saying that you had died.
Yeah.
Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Wasn't expecting a crit right off.
Neither was I. Okay. All right. So let's see what it is. I guess that would be a good way to finish tonight. Just kill Sherwin and be done with it.
Oh, you think if I die, these four are gonna just sit there?
We're chilling out. We're like,
Yeah.
we finally take.
Lilith has everything she wants now.
Finally dead. Good work, Shore.
All right, hang on here. All right.
Shogun looks through all of his things to see if anything is there.
John's taking too long to say that it wasn't confirmed.
No, it was confirmed. I already confirmed it.
We got the binder out. That's the confirmation.
Is it a sure win? I don't know.
No, today he's gonna be a sure lose.
No, he's gonna be a short man.
For sure.
Win.
All right. Are you guys ready?
No.
I've got to kill.
Next week on Blue Rock RPG.
Poor
So-
Jordan is definitely alive.
Okay.
So, it is so fast. It is so powerful. It catches you utterly by surprise. As the backswing comes around, it catches you in the belly. It impales into your abdomen. You all see this happen as it slices through. Suddenly, Shorewind's entrails spill about his feet, intestines tangling around his boots. He sputters and blood spurts out of his mouth. With a coughing, his eyes go wide. Winston shrieks in terror. You see Ashrin leaps forward. I need you to make a saving throw, Terry. And
Make sure to use advantage, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. You want to roll high here?
Yeah, we are advantaging this. Come on, Cozy Gamer. I need you tonight.
A 12. Don't let John use the TCG dice tray. No, that's so true. I can't believe I did. All right, so let me read the full crit to you. You don't have a fate chip, do you? I didn't think so. The weapon opens your abdomen, spills your entrails about your feet. Death will occur, and so none of you know this. This would be metagame, but I'm letting you know that will occur within 1d10 turns. Remember, that's not rounds, that's turns. Until that time, you can do nothing but futilely try to stuff your split entrails back into your ruined abdomen. Shorewind crumbles to the ground, even with his heroism as a cavalier. There's nothing to be done here as you trip and fall over your own entrails. You see Storgajol pulls the axe back again, and we're going to do a group initiative. And we're going to so who had it last time before Shorewind? All right, Millie. All right, group initiative. You can use your swashbucklers. All right. And this time the DM has a 4. All right. Thanks 2020. Yes, that's so true. All right. I'm gonna give. So Millie wins initiative, and it's gonna be in order of Brim, Ashrin, and Millie. Those are the three closest to the combat. You can't probably see on the cat. Like Ashrin was standing right here. So Millie was interrogating this orc. So the three of them, I'm gonna let because she won. I'm gonna let Millie go first. Millie, what do you do?
I'm going to immediately. She's going to cry out, and she's going to go in between Shorewin and Storgajol, and she's going to say "halt" in Orcish.
Let me hear it.
You know what? I can't do it right now. I'm sorry. I'm experiencing a little anxiety. You're gonna have to forgive me tonight.
Okay, you shout out "halt" in Orcish. Brim, what are you doing? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I had more to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Millie. I didn't mean to. Yeah.
So, she's going to say, I know you're kind. You appreciate strength. We conquered all of your men in our fort. You know that we are stronger than the weakness you surrounded yourself with. Wouldn't you rather be around strong people?
All right. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check for me, please. Give me your total score.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this at advantage.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. That's a 23. 23?
23.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back and resolve that in a moment. What are you doing, Brim?
Brim is...
Asher the bear is convinced Millie can defend him.
Brim is going to move forward beside Millie. And is there anything that's like the dodge action in 3.5 where it's like I can up my AC or somehow just be like if he tries to make a move?
Yeah, you could be in like a defensive posture. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd like to be in defensive posture, and if you'll allow, I'd like to yell something to the dragon.
Absolutely. Do you speak dragon?
Yes, rar. No, he's just gonna do what he did at the
Okay.
camp.
All right, go ahead.
We're better than this. You're a drake. Break your chains already. Fly, damn you.
And he's gonna look back down at Storgajol and just ready his weapon, just with all hell and brimstone burning in his eyes.
All right. You see the dragon's head does in fact pivot towards you. Serpentine eyes, narrow, a bit of flame, gouts just slightly above the teeth. And you notice from the corner of your eye that Gimbal has snuck up beside the dragon as well. Gimbal, what are you doing?
So Gimbal wants to cast Invisibility Sphere. He hasn't been noticed by the Drake yet, the dragon yet, correct?
You don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. So he wants to cast Invisibility Spear while he's standing decently close to the Drake. The dragon, I don't know if he's going to disappear as well.
All right, so that'll happen at the end of the round. So you're casting a spell. I gave you last round, the round of combat for movement. You were able to get around there. That was your message to me. So you made that sort of while everyone else was watching. Now you're casting a spell. Of course, casting a spell that includes somatic and verbal components. You're making sound next to the dragon as you're doing this.
I want to move, take my 10 feet and move slightly more towards his hind quarters.
Okay.
Kind of, hoping that if his head turns, maybe I'm a little bit more out of sight. Maybe I'm out of his earshot.
Have you not seen the tail on this thing?
That's better than his job.
I'm teasing. All right. All right. So you move to the back and you begin casting.
Yep. And while I'm casting, pulling out the gum and the eyelash and starting to mesh it together and looking, standing close. Am I within 10 feet of Shorewind's sister or no?
You're about, so the dragon is a good 12, 14 feet tall by itself, and you're about 5 to 7 feet off the side, so you're probably about 15 to 18 feet away from Githa right now.
I think she has to be in it to begin with. Where I was previously, was I right next to the dragon, or was I still a distance from it?
No, like you're so like you can see it on the cam here. You're next to the dragon.
Okay.
But again, it's tall. I mean, you're not going to get right up underneath it, right? So you're going to be a few feet away where you can see it. You're not getting tromped underfoot, and so you kind of move toward the back. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult for you to get her in a 10-foot range unless you're actually up on the dragon.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Previous to my 10-foot movement, if I was close enough, instead of moving 10 feet.
No. See,
you
so you would have to get within 10 feet of her. You'd have to be climbing the dragon because the dragon is more than 10 feet tall.
Right, exactly. So instead of moving to the back end,
right,
if I could climb up part ways, knowing that I've climbed Brim, I've climbed other things that they seem to not necessarily notice. I don't know how sensitive the dragon is.
No, you don't.
Something climbing on it, but it's huge.
It is huge. All right. So where are you gonna? You're gonna try to climb the dragon, right?
Yeah, I want to get within 10 feet of his sister.
Okay, so that will take your full round. You will not be able to move that distance, climb the dragon, and cast the spell. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. So you begin the process of scaling the side of the dragon's wing. Yes, pun intended. Scaling. You like that? And so you can see Brim here as he's climbing up the side of the dragon. Let me go back to the other view. Storgajol as Millie cries out to him with a challenge in her 23 diplomacy as you see Gimbal crawling up as Brim stands beside. We're going to go to Lilith. What are you doing, Lilith?
Lilith will run up to Shorewind with Winston. Obviously, I don't know. I can't speak for Winston what he will do. But she will cast Stabilize. So it causes a dying creature to stabilize. So
all right. All right. So as you move forward, your spell will be the last part of what's done this round.
Can I speak?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so she'll kind of run towards Sherwin, dropping to her knees, trying to place his head into her lap while she casts Stabilize. And then as she casts Stabilize, she'll look up at Getha to see if she's looking. I just want to get a gauge on what she looks like from where I am.
Roll d20 for me, please.
With advantage, I'll roll.
Okay.
14.
As you move up, you catch something. Githa, who's been altering her gaze and looking away from Storgajol and seemed to be cooperative or even submissive, you now see terror in her eyes. Her mouth goes wide. She reaches out to Shorewind. Shorewind, I want you to go ahead and role play. You're not going to get an attack, right? But I want you to role play your entrails and your guts and what's going on around you.
Sorry, hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just as she kind of looks up at Getha, she'll just shout, Getha! And then see what she has from there.
Okay. All right.
I was going to ask you to make sure that I could do something there. So
yeah.
Shorewind looks down, puts his hand over his stomach.
Gilda! Remember your family! Remember the ones who took care of you! I kept looking for you! Did not forget!
That's all the energy he has right there.
As you shout that out, the words come out intermingled with bubbles of blood and bile that spew from your mouth, like slimy snakes. Your entrails just continue to spill out of your body. You feel the life force ebbing out of you. Storgajol, as Gimbal climbs the dragon, as Lilith shouts out and then moves to stabilize, as Millie has cast her challenge. His eyes go toward Millie. The axe falls with deadly force.
Opportune parry and riposte.
Hang on. So you are, I've got you here, you're close, but you're a good 8 to 10 feet away, so how far will that go?
Well, I put myself between Shorewood and Gorgel.
Oh, you did say, well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry, okay, hold on, I'm sorry, I missed that. So the moment you stepped inside the circle, the axe would have fallen. I completely missed that, I'm sorry. I thought you were standing outside the circle.
No,
He had said,
literally jumped in.
okay, so we need to back up then. So that's DM's fault, okay? When you come to the edge, if you step inside that circle, that axe falls. That was the deal. I'm sorry, I missed you saying you came in there. So that's not your fault. That's my fault. But I need to make sure I do this correctly. So if you cross that circle, it's the same outcome. That axe is falling.
Would I not be able to, like, before he, like, the idea was to get in between the two of them as quickly as possible.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is you've got two melee combatants, standing toe to toe. You were here a good 12 feet away. Even with simultaneous action, for you to move all the way there and interpose yourself before he can even drop an axe, which he already had poised at the end of last round.
But I had initiative.
I know. But it's all still simultaneous action. So if you're moving while he's prepared to swing, it's not like you guys go and then he goes. So if you cross that circle, I'm not trying to be argumentative here, I promise, but that axe will drop. You can see he's holding it up.
I would have taken a different action then if
Okay.
that was the case.
Then take a different action. That's fine. Yeah, it's my fault. It's not your fault.
I mean, okay, so I still offered the challenge,
right.
But then if I would throw a dagger to try to get his attention.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Using advantage. What do I add to that?
So it's a base attack bonus. It's a dexterity attack, right? So not your strength, but your dex, your base attack bonus.
So it's base attack bonus plus dex.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's 25.
25. The dagger actually sinks barely, like you see, it catches a plate of the armor, and then kind of glances off and goes into the shoulder. Roll damage.
Alright. 8 points of damage.
So you don't add strength to that, so
It's 1d4 plus. Hold on.
it should just be the.
1d4 plus. So it's 5 points.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Pat 66. You got another advantage, Millie. Your dagger sinks, and we are right back to the same place. I already made the check. The axe falls. That's not the roll to hit. That's something different. You hear Ashrin scream, "No!" She leaps across the body of Shorewin. As the axe falls, It's tough for all of you to see what's happening. Gimbal, as you're climbing the dragon, you hear this blood-curdling scream. Suddenly, warm blood splatters against your cheek. You can't see what has hit. Storgajo roars back in laughter. Blood pools all around Shorewin and Ashrin. And we'll stop there for tonight.
So, Chad, I'm going to need you to tell him that he can't stop there tonight. Some chatters.
I'm pretty sure Mad Chatters that the audio is really booming.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to keep doing this with subpar audio. And
They all want it though. They're cheering for you, John. They all want it.
It's no—nobody cares about the audio. They care about what's going on right now.
We need to keep going. We haven't properly resolved this.
I know, but it's also such a. I mean, the rolls were crazy, like everything.
Oh no, you're right, John.
Audio is
They
perfect.
couldn't hear me at all, so we've got to start over.
Okay, sorry, that's
Oh yeah, no, City Guard's right. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So look, everybody.
Santa will be upset if you
So sorry.
Put it on a poll, Millie. Put it on a poll.
No pull. Your DM is still recovering from COVID. I've got to. I'm sorry. Like, actually, the truth is, I've also got to pick up medication for my wife tonight.
No, that's.
I wasn't trying to be. Yeah, like, but it's also like the dice rolls were crazy. So he hit a 19 and a 19 on his attack on Shorewin. It was a nat 19 and a nat 19. So he has improved critical with that blade. It was a high crit. It was a a 5 initiative, a 6 initiative, a 19 and a 19. And then I rolled an 82 on the crit. So it was a really, really rough critical. But then again, I was giving Ashrin a 10% chance. So she did a 19 or a 20 because she was standing right there and she'd taken no other action to try to interpose herself. And you don't know if she was successful or not. But I had a nat 20 on that roll for Ashrin. And so she got right in front of Shorewin, but you can't tell where the blow fell because you're all kind of standing slightly behind. Millie, actually, you can tell, and I'll send you a message offline because you can see it.
Would I know if I was there to cast
Stabilize.
Well, no, but so like, okay, so I don't know if you can see on the camera there. I'm sorry, but like you're behind, right? So you're coming up from behind here. Let me use my laser so it might be easier for everyone to see. So here's Shorewin, and then here's Storgajol, and then you're coming up from behind. You had Winston, you with the cart, all of that. So you, like, literally Winston is blocking your view. As he's collapsing to the ground, holding his entrails, you see Ashrin dive in front. You don't see where the axe falls. You just see blood splattering everywhere. Brim, you actually have a decent angle. Go ahead and roll D20 for me, please, Brim. It's a perception check here. I'm gonna see.
blood loud.
I was also hoping to be next to Millie.
Yeah, you are next to Millie, but she has a slightly better angle.
Yeah, you're all good. I used advantage, sorry. And the higher of the two is 16, but I'm pretty sure I have a -1 spot.
Yeah, but it's only -1, I think. 15. Yeah, it's just like again, because if you look at the angle she jumped from, she's coming from the opposite side. So it's like you're shielded 3/4, whereas Lilith is completely shielded. Millie is the only one that has a good view, along with Gimbal. But Gimbal was looking at the thing he was scaling, so he's going to turn his head as the blood splatters on his cheek, and we will see what happens.
Wait, it splatters on Gimbal?
Yes, it splattered on Gimbal.
I'm like way behind him.
I know. Yep.
That's the point.
It don't matter where she got
It's an Ashran doll made of jelly.
You see, you did see though, Githa, she actually was leaping off the back of the dragon. as this was occurring. You made eye contact with her. You shouted toward her, Shorewind. She came careening off the back of that dragon. You don't know why she was submissive initially, but she is clearly trying to engage to stop what's happening. And we will stop there. We're going to go ahead and do our stream MVP. Now, we're not going to do a giveaway tonight, fans, but we'll do 2 giveaways next week. We're going to do a Mantic Games giveaway and another Dragon Crafting Guild dice tray. And thank you so much for being with us tonight, where we had a sort of a pseudo quality audio session. I got to get this figured out. Whatever I'm moving closer to, my audio is improving. I've not even moved. I don't know. But thank you, all of our viewers. And yeah, I think everyone else is 5th level. Millie is 6th. I'm glad.
Shorewind just got 5th.
Yeah, that's right. Shorewind just leveled up.
Yeah.
That's
For a moment.
And then I leveled down.
Iculus, thank you so much. I'm glad it was still fun. I like Mark View slams face on the desk on a beat. All right, so let's go around. Tell us why you should be stream MVP tonight. And we're going to drop it to 500 instead of 1,000 because it was a shorter stream tonight. So I don't think we should have a full 1,000 experience points. But for 500 experience points, let's go ahead and start with Brim. Why should you be stream MVP?
Brim yelled to the dragon and wanted Shorewind to know that he didn't need to face this alone, as he's tried to face everything up until this point, and that we're meant to be a family and meant to be together, and that I refuse to let him die, and also telling Store to shut the bleep up. That's all I got.
All right. Well done, and also, fantastic acting reactions to what happened there at the end. You could just feel the pathos coming from Brim. All right, let's go to Gimbal. Why should he be stream MVP?
Well, Jimbo should be stream MVP because he went out on a limb. He scaled some scales and he winged it. And you just don't know quite what he has in mind to do with this here dragon. Obviously having a goal in mind towards Githa, however that has been a fleeting slide off the backside. So what will he do? And that is why the mystery of Gimbal.
Well done, well done. All right, let's go to Lilith. Why should you be stream MVP?
Lilith should be stream MVP for understanding Shorewind and respecting his wishes in this big pivotal moment with him and his sister, and not trying to attack at first and just kind of respecting him by double checking with him what's going on, but being at the ready at the same time. Watching Winston for him, trying to stabilize him the best that she could, and also trying to connect with Githa at the sight of her fallen brother, in hopes that she could convince her to help.
Well done. It was really well done. Thank you. Let me go to Millie, and I want to apologize again, Millie. I misheard you. I missed the part where you actually tried to cross in front. So hopefully you felt like I did that fairly. I wanted to let you back up and redo it. But yeah, he would never have stayed his hand as someone crossed that circle that he had drawn in the sand. That was part of the whole thing. So again, my apologies. DM mistake, not yours. Why should Millie be stream MVP?
I don't know. Just her interaction with Shorewind before the fight, and then trying to appeal to Gorjal's ego. That's all I got.
She is. You can tell the fear for her shiny man is strong in this one. All right, Shorewind, why should you be stream MVP?
Well, Shorewind finally got to, at minimum, try and rescue / find his sister, and did not let the fear of a dragon or an orc stop him on a mission he's been following for some time. Oh man, yeah, hold on. Yeah, so yeah. And wasn't willing to necessarily put his companions in harm's way, but understood that if something went sideways, that no matter what, they would be there to finish the calling that he's been
Yeah.
Oh.
I had goosebumps. I can tell you, I had goosebumps when you were role playing your interaction.
I did too. I did
I
too.
was seriously sitting there and I was like, oh my god, like I had all the feels.
It was no. I did too. Like you killed that, Terry. You really did.
Absolutely killed it.
No pun intended. And like so, we've got all kinds of stuff. So Phantom said such intestinal fortitude. And then we had someone here that there was a couple other ones that were really good. I could stomach it. Someone said the man with his innards in his hands for MVP. All right, so go ahead and kick off the stream MVP. And yes, I've got. Look, guys. I mean, it is. We've talked about this. It is the nature of the game. That's why like fate chips can be so helpful when you have them because they can turn the tide. But yeah, this is a wicked enemy, and again, it was the dice. It was the 5 and the 6 on the initiative rolls, and then the 19 and the 19 and the 82 on the crit. It's a horrible, nasty crit. But you're not dead from that crit. You had 1d10 turns of slow bleed out, being able to do nothing but sort of stuff your own intestines back in your body as best you can, and then we'll see what happened with that final blow as we go next week. So go ahead and vote. The DM is a little stingy with the fate chips, but not too stingy. I mean, they don't come often, but they do come. And actually, to your point, I think there have been a couple of opportunities I could have given some, and I should have given some. So I'll have to be more aware of that. I just get caught up in the role play as well. These guys have been so good as a team. The role play has been incredible. All right, sorry. Did you have something, Lily, you want to say? Lilith? Vivi? No? Okay. All right. So vote for your.
I was just agreeing with what you were saying.
Oh, okay. Vote for your stream MVP. Hey, Sugarpunk. By the way, while we're waiting for your vote for stream MVP, if you haven't given us a follow yet, please give us a follow. Thank you for all the subs tonight. Obviously, we kind of went down a little bit during our 2 weeks off around Christmas. And also thank you for all the well wishes. It's been a crazy, crazy time here. As I've already mentioned, my whole family got COVID last week. I'm still I'm pretty good, but it's kind of up and down day to day. My wife is struggling. I got to go pick up some prescriptions for her right now. Then we have the Nashville bombing on Christmas Day, which knocked out not only internet, but cell phone. I had nothing. All my wife's cell, my son's cell, our internet. We were literally stranded at a time where we're supposed to quarantine. So I couldn't get anything out. It was really kind of scary. But then, it's been a challenging end to 2020, but it's been good to see all of you. It was really good to kill you tonight, to have good combat with you tonight, Shorewind. And thank you to all the mad chatters. You guys were awesome. And
I like how he says combat. I actually never swung my sword.
That's
no. What is a one-sided combat? What?
Yeah.
I think that brings back some memories.
It's happened a few times on both sides. So I had a similar. Evelyn will remember this. The chats are already made their vote, and it was enormous for Shorewind. 18, so 69% of the vote went to Shorewind. Congratulations to our stream MVP post mortem, and congratulations. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't joke. Like Millie is shooting daggers at me every time I talk. Like I probably just.
Looks could kill.
I know. Like I think I've lost my blue box partner tonight. I think she's like. She's gonna.
You know what, John? You do it.
She's gonna.
Tomorrow on Lore Masters Arcanum, you get to watch John die.
Okay, all right. Let me see if I can find somebody for us to raid. Before I do, any questions tonight? I want the players to, if you have questions about how things went, know that everything was done fairly, adjudicated properly, but I want to explain anything that maybe you don't understand, how things happened, anything at all.
I just have a question on my stabilize spell, if I had noticed it did anything or not.
Yeah, so that was firing off there at the end of the round. and you will see what happens when we join action next time. So I've got your spell. Rory's not getting a spell. Gimble's not getting a spell this round because he's scaling the top of the dragon. Yeah, right, exactly.
Maybe I'll shrink this item.
And it's an itty bitty 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 dragon.
Is Shorewing going to make the jousting tournament? We shall see. If he
Only
doesn't,
parts of them.
yeah. All right. Any other questions? At all? I feel like my.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Why?
Because the dice. Because the dice. That's exactly right.
I mean, Cozy Gamer Dice couldn't even save me this week. I don't know. I tried.
All right. We're going to go ahead and raid our friends at Loot Die Repeat. They're getting started here in just a minute. Nice guys over there. Nice gals. I know everybody's too shook. Thank you. We'll be back Tuesday night. We'll be back on Sunday with our Rune Lord stream. And then this group will be back on Tuesday night. And it'll be a full session. I will promise you I'll have everything worked out. As far as the audio goes, I can't promise you what the result is going to be for Shorewin and or Ashrin, who lie in harm's way. But with all that said, love from your Blue Box family. Thank you all the players. Thank you for bearing with your DM tonight in a subpar performance, not being self-deprecating as I've been told not to be, but just acknowledging the fact that I feel pretty darn crummy right now. Not just for what happened with Shorewin, but generally speaking. And it's good to see everyone again. And I just cannot wait for all the fun storytelling and role play that we have coming in 2021 here at Blue Box. Thanks, everybody. Rating now. And we rated them with how many? I don't see the note here.
39.
39. Okay.
39.
I think they were.